Lifting family, welcome back. So this is going to be my version of P90X chest and back. So I really like the cadence when it comes to the chest and back series from P90X, but I kind of want my own take on it because I like to do multiple sets of a given exercise before moving on to the next. So this one I'm actually going to be starting off with more of like a chest fly on a machine, and then I'm going to be pairing that up with a total gym high wide row. That's going to be kind of how I'm warming up. I work out really early in the morning, so generally, to be honest with myself, as far as warming up, I don't really do the best of that. So my best version of myself is essentially to be able to make sure that I'm going to be warming up the muscle properly. So I start off with those by doing 4 sets of that. Moving into incline barbell press with a machine row. I would do barbell rows, but at the same time, coupled with that, the fact that I'm not really warming up when it comes to exercise, I think over time I've just caused myself some issues. So I'm actually gonna have to be doing a machine row as my hip kind of slowly becomes what it is. And then I'm gonna be finishing that off with a flat barbell press and then coupling that essentially with a machine wide row. So 4-4 and then 4-4 and then finishing off with 4-4, which is gonna be similar to how essentially the P90X series works. And the way that one goes is basically the series does chest back, break, chest back, break, so on and so forth, finishing off with, I believe it is 12 sets of chest and then 12 sets of back altogether. So time for me to get started. This is not something that I'm suggesting you to follow along with. This is just something that I am normally watching a DVD every morning, so I figured that I might as well start watching my own series and kind of seeing how I progress. And I might end up doing an update every couple weeks as I progress with this. It's going to be 30 to 40 minutes of video, but at the same time, this is something that will allow me to show my own progression and then follow along with my own things as I'm kind of continuing on with my fitness journey. All right, so break 2, getting the row set up here as far as the chest and back. That's next with the incline press. So normally here, I'm trying to range from somewhere between 7 to 10 reps. It can go over by a couple reps, so I mean, as far as the variance, between 6 to 12. But within this period of time, I believe it's falling between somewhere between 7 and 10 reps. Like I said, I'm actually into this series a little bit, so I may end up doing more reps in this, which is why I would probably do a little bit of a follow-up video in terms of just progression, that I can make sure that I'm staying true to my what I'm looking for, and make sure that all my reps are shown. That way, as I'm following along with this, I can kind of keep pace and make sure that I'm not losing track and getting offset as far as the overall pace. Again, I really like the cadence and the pacing that comes from P90X. So I definitely don't want to lose that by going on my own and doing something like this. So getting this set up, and then time to move into the next grouping of exercises. All right, so first little break in terms of after the row and the incline press. So normally right now I am entering in my weights, and I usually do that along the way. I don't normally have my spreadsheet open on my computer behind me so that I can make sure that I'm logging progress, and as as that fatigue sets in during the workout, I can make sure that I'm not losing pace or losing count of my reps. So grab a little drink of water, and then like I said, I don't really stretch. So that's part of the other reason why this video is not something where I'm just telling you to follow along. So time to catch a little breath of a breath, and then get back into the combination of both. Time to get the camera adjusted so I can get it back over by the row. One-man camera crew is not super helpful in terms of recording every single step, so I'm trying my best here. So one shy of what I really wanted to get, but now it's time to move into the second sequence. So during this break, basically just moving stuff out here to get the chest press in place. This is about the time where I can really feel the finish line coming strong and might get a little bit rushed. I'm taking my break, so try to slow down the heart rate a little bit. Nice deep breath. Just really trying to calm myself down. Focus on these last 4 sets. So 2 and 2 as far as supersets go. And then that's it. I definitely tend to push the pace versus what is in P90X. Fatigue balance. So with that, that's where, if someone is checking this video out, that's where they might see that my video is much shorter overall versus P90X chest and back. Like I said, this is my modification. I didn't want to be showing P90X in the background and then where I alter. This is just, it was inspired by P90X, but also with my own twist as far as liking having multiple sets per exercise before moving on to the next exercise grouping.
Sweat keeps getting in my eyes.
All right, so that is it, other than unloading the weight for this one. And then I normally just set up my incline press for the next workout as I had shown in the break of my first grouping. So outside of that, that wraps up my modified version of P90X chest and back. That's all for this one. We'll see what happens with the next one.